Good morning, all you beautiful people out in YouTube land. We are on episode 13 today for Perseverance Under Pressure podcast. Today, we're going to discuss determination. Episode 13 is going to be nice because my birthday is on the 13th. So, determination has been one of my, go-to qualities, characteristics since a young age. And we're going to share what the difference is with determination and with perseverance, which is the name of the podcast. They do go pretty much hand in hand, but there is a technical difference, okay? So as we dive into determination, as described, is a firm, unwavering intention or mindset to achieve a specific goal, okay? So if you are determined to become successful, determined to launch your own business, if you're determined to make it to WWE, whatever it is a mindset, an intentional mindset to achieve the goal that you have in the mind and to make it a reality, okay? While perseverance is the consistent long-term action and the endurance required to overcome those obstacles and to see that goal into fruition. So without the determination, you can't truly have the perseverance. The determination is going to be the mental component, the intention, and the mindset, while the perseverance is the physical action of you doing what needs to be done in order to get to that goal or that resolution or whatever it is you're attempting to get to. So, when it comes to determination, I think in today's day and age, there's just this is going to be our next episode, is going to be effort. But in today's day and age, we're talking about determination. There's a lack of determined individuals and a lack of effort. Now, effort is also the physical component, the physical action. So there's a lack of determination. There's a lack of intentional mindset focus on getting to a goal. There's just a lot of wishy-washy. There's a lot of hoping or hopium that gets pumped into people's sails and it deflates. And so there is no perseverance because you can't persevere unless you have the determination to persevere. So this is a big thing that I see, especially when it comes to business owners and it comes to, in the, let's say, the health and therapy realm, because that's the world that I'm in. But I think one of the biggest things is the determination people lack to do and to see through what needs to be done in order to become more successful. There's a lot of people who are, let's say, perhaps determined to make $1 million, determined to have a huge YouTube following, but they lack the discipline and the habits. They lack the perseverance to see through those obstacles, those struggles, and to continue pushing forward with the consistency, which we talked about last episode, with the consistency needed to achieve or to maintain or to at least move through that determination. So you can be determined to be successful, but if there's no action, if there's no physical action, if there's no overcoming the obstacles, if there's no discipline to do the things that need to be done to get to that goal, you could be determined all day, but your actions and the perseverance or the lack of is going to actually show more than what you say, right? And this kind of brings us into the component when people talk about, you talk a big talk, but do you walk the walk, right? Actions speak louder than words. So determination comes in the mental plane, and the perseverance or effort comes in the physical plane. So actions speak louder than thoughts, right? So you can tell people that you're determined, but if your actions don't align, then what does it matter what you're saying to you, to other people, if you're not able to actually show that determination physically, right? There's a lot of people who want to become better at what they do, but they don't want to invest the time or the money. There's a lot of people who want more clients, but they don't want to put the effort into building out their social media platform, or sitting down for 3 hours a week and doing cold calls, or going and networking and trying to build the awareness. So there's a lot of people that have determination, and it never leaves the mind. It never leaves the mental plane. It just sits there because there is no physical action being taken to make that a reality, to bring that from the mental plane into the physical reality and create it in the way that they see it in the mind. And so one of the biggest things for me, and I'm going to bring this into the present moment. We talk about wrestling, we talk about personal training, but I'm going to bring this into the present moment. With this company, with SRT Therapy, my determination to make this a global known modality in the therapy world is in the mental plane. I have a determination and I have a drive to make this modality more known, to reach more people, to share more education, to create more certified professionals, to eventually have more certified educators who are also teaching this technique, this modality in Canada, Europe, wherever we are, and in these languages. I would love to have, well, I'm determined to have a Spanish-speaking educator, an Italian-speaking educator, a Swedish-speaking educator, a German-speaking educator. And as that determination sits up here, as it sits in here, or in the computer with all of the numbers and the goals and everything else, the perseverance is what's going to create that reality for me, for the team, for the company, right? So I'm determined to see this through, and I have been for the last 7 years. We're going on 8 years now, and that means I have persevered through the lawsuit, through the global pandemic, through the losing my girlfriend and my business partner, through losing my home and living on the road for the last 4 years to be able to build the foundation of this company. The first 3 years was survival. The first 3 years was like, hey, you're thrown into the deep end. Here's $1 million lawsuit. We're going to run you through the ringer. And, you know, this is an expensive lesson, but it's like, cool. We're going to sink or swim, right? So survival mode was the first 3 years. Then everything shifted. The partner, the girlfriend, the home, the location, everything. So the last 4 years have really been my determination of revamping the company, restructuring the whole company, educating professionals on why this is a different modality, different than AIS or PNF or fascial stretching, and being able to share it as I build that foundation. But I can't just do it from here. I can't just do it from the computer. I have to be doing the groundwork, and that's what I've done. And the determination to make this an international company is exactly what has fueled me to drive myself forward, to persevere against these obstacles, against these struggles. A lawsuit, a global pandemic, shut the world down, losing your business partner, your girlfriend, and your home. without that drive or that determination of achieving the goal, achieving what I see the vision, I wouldn't be able to persevere. So they go hand in hand. But if you have determination with no perseverance, with no effort, it's not going to go anywhere. The determination doesn't mean anything. But if you have perseverance, the determination is going to fuel your actions, your drive to build that vision from mental plane to physical reality. And that is where I think a lot of people get lost, is they're not aware of the obstacles, the struggle, the challenges, the pitfalls, the detours, the dead ends that you're going to ultimately run into as you want to climb that mountain, as you want to reach the goal, as you want to create that vision from mental plane into physical reality. You're going to have to persevere and hold strong with your determination to succeed in creating that reality. Now, some people just might not want it. That's okay, right? Be truthful and honest to yourself. If you've been struggling, if you've been trying to build a personal training business, build your YouTube channel, build your therapy business, whatever it is, you have to also get to a point of honesty within yourself and just say, I'm not driven enough to do this. We talked about sacrifice. I'm not willing to sacrifice my time, my energy, my family, my joy, my health, my home, my comfort, my stability. I'm just not willing to sacrifice that. And everything's a trade-off. So if you're not willing to sacrifice, if you're not willing to persevere, that is okay. I want you guys to understand that's totally normal. That is not above the wheelhouse of normality. The people that have the mindset like me, or maybe the Jeff Bezos, or the Elon Musks, like, it's a different mindset, and it is a very challenging one at best to understand. I'm willing to give up this. I'm willing to sacrifice comfort. I'm willing to live on the road and sleep in my car and sleep on my massage table and stay on couches and do this for 4 years. And if I have to do it for another 4 years, I'm willing to sacrifice that level of stability and comfort to persevere through these struggles, these obstacles, to create that vision that I see, that I know is there in the mental plane, but I have to make the action, put the effort in, and persevere to create that into the physical reality. So I just want you guys to take that into consideration, right? Determination and perseverance, they go hand in hand. That is going to be our episode for today. Shorter episode. We're going to keep it short and sweet. But again, be honest and truthful with yourself. Are you determined to create something, but you're not willing to persevere or put the effort in that it takes to create that? And that's fine. Be honest with yourself. Or are you determined to the point that your actions are going to dictate, we're going to create this, we're going to get there, and I know it's going to suck, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to feel like the world is against me at times, and nobody else sees the vision, and maybe they don't, and they can't see it until you start to create it. So what you see in your mind, nobody else can see, but as you start to persevere and push through that, you're creating it into the reality. Now people can start to see it, because there is a physical reality, the physical essence of what you've already seen in your mind now coming to fruition. And maybe that's the level you have to get to for them to realize, hey, I can do this. Now other people see what I'm seeing. Now other people are willing to step into this and start to help a little bit as we build and grow, and this turns into something more and more physical versus just the idea, the thought, the mind, perception of what you see, right? So, all right, guys and girls, thank you for tuning in. As always, hit that sub button, that like button, the notification bell somewhere up here, wherever. Actually, it's going to be down here on your actual YouTube app. But comment, please let me know what you think of these episodes. If you guys have anything that you want me to talk about or share with me, always helpful, gives me more content to help address. And let me know what you think in terms of all of these different episodes and characteristic traits, mindsets, and attitude, I guess, behaviors, qualities that we're talking about. So, all right, guys, I will see you next week, episode 14, Effort. Take care.